What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you about Opendoor. I want to give you a quick overview of what shorts are doing and just generally some updates that you need to be aware of. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So Opendoor's consolidating a little bit, down 3.07%, 938 the low, 1028 the high, and very low volumes. 154 million shares being traded, 377 is the average. Only news that did come out was in the form of a 8K from the company, which did signal that they have a new CFO, so Shkreli, as of September the 30th. So she's been doing numerous different positions throughout Opendoor. The old CFO is done effective today. So of course, a little bit more of a firing. I feel like this has prompted some individuals to really look at Opendoor's executive team and kind of notice a lot of the positions vacant. So you might be seeing some new hiring in the next little bit. Aside from that, though, it does look like Shkreli's new position as CFO going to get 400,000 in RSUs and is going to get compensation of 1.2 million. But for payment services and whatever, it's going to be that 1.2 million subtract what they've already been paid under their offer letter, I guess. So yeah, pretty good stuff. In reality, is this a reason to buy Opendoor or sell? Not so much. It's just more of a good FYI. Aside from that, though, I do want to bring up this. So I think generally we all know that Martin has been leading more of a kind of push to short Opendoor. So Jeffrey kind of goes over his discussion with Martin. So Martin does mention that Kaz is the right person for the job. And as I've mentioned in the past, I think Opendoor is a little bit more of a hybrid stock, but generally it is a momentum play, and for a momentum stock you do need a lot of good constant updates. So I think Kaz definitely is the right person for the position, and they've done a lot of good things at Shopify, and this is why Martin does say that big money is really watching Opendoor closely because Shopify has done very well over the last 10 years. So again, there's that kind of attribute, but he still does believe that there is a little bit more downside with Opendoor. So let me know your general thoughts on that. Aside from that, shorts are increasing 615,000 shares, 23.52% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 156.88 million shares overall are being shorted. As far as shorts at the peak, it looks like they're increasing about 7.9, so they are fairly active, trading in among themselves. Dark pool is a little bit more active today, and so I think that is linked to shorts and whatever else. These are all the transactions occurring on the secondary market above $100,000, so kind of evenly divided, some selling, some buying, nothing really crazy standing out to me at least. Looking at the options, you're seeing 41 million in calls, 3.8 in puts. 48% of all the options being done are bearish in nature. And from a bull standpoint, you see a consensus for it to be roughly around that $10 range and above in the foreseeable future, in the next week and a half. And then the bears are anticipating for it to be sub roughly 850. So you're going to see a little bit more of a back and forth, a little bit of a battle. With today being Friday, though, looking at the open interest, you do have 39,000 at that 9, 36,000 at the 950, 104,000 at the 10, 66,000 at the 1050, and then 53,000 at the 11. So best case scenario, it closes above 10, but if it does get close to one of these strike prices, you might see shorts wake up a little bit more just to suppress it, because both market makers and shorts have a financial interest in having most of this expire worthless. So again, if it kind of lingers around that 950, you might see shorts wake up, increase a couple million just to really push it down, in my opinion. And plus, on a side note, we're having relatively low volume, like I mentioned, so it's going to be fairly easy for them to do that, unfortunately. But with it right now at 957, it is trading between this S2 and this S3. So the low for today, 938. So it did bounce off of this general area of this S3. So we know going forward, that's a very strong support. 963 is going to be that key point to really watch for it to close above, followed by 980 and then 1007. So I think today is just more of a consolidation day. Quickly popping over here, you do see a lot of algorithmic trading based on the flow right here, but still you see a lot of good buying. In my opinion, this same setup is very similar to what happened when it was at that $4 or $5 range. So I think a little bit of consolidation is good. Right now, we're just waiting for the next big catalyst. And that's exactly why I've mentioned in the past happens with momentum stocks. Whenever you don't get constant updates, whether it be from management or other speculative kind of topics, you're going to see some consolidation. And as much as people love to throw out saying, hey, it's going to go to 82 or 500 or whatever else, you need something concrete. Exactly what Martin's kind of mentioning, that the company is good, there's a lot of good potential, you have a right CEO in the position, but you're missing kind of the big catalysts. So I think in general, once Opendoor does get that, whether that be hiring new executive teams or filling those vacant positions or whatever else, that is where you'll see a very nice push higher. But for right now, I think it's going through a little bit more of a consolidation. As far as today goes, no real articles or anything kind of talking about new information aside from the new CFO, I guess. But at the time of doing this video, on a side note, there hasn't really been that much in analyst ratings as well. So analysts still very hesitant with Opendoor. So we just have to kind of wait and see how this all does play out. So let me know your general thoughts on Opendoor. This is a very quick video just about what shorts are doing, latest and general updates that investors need to be aware of, and everything else. Let me know your thoughts and if you've been buying or if you've been selling or if you've been doing anything. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto. I put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. Even did include Opendoor in my swing trade. I put it at 950 being the low. So I kind of anticipated a little bit more of a pullback today and kind of hit that for the most part, just waiting for it to reverse. But definitely will pop over to the Patreon, link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.